audible. I hope I am. I hope I hope I hope I am able to be heard and be heard. Hi Maru. Maru's awake by the way. So fair warning. Fair warning. Fair warning to anybody that's here. Maru is awake. Mic checkies, okay. Howie everybody. Oh, okay. Howie. Everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's been so long since I last streamed. Remember to do your sapperling checks, everybody. Make sure to grow. I should do mine, actually. Time to grow. Yeah, grow. Yeah. Yes, time to grow. Howie Cafe, Howie Rama, Howie Ufa, Howie Confused Tomato. Soon you will catch up to me. But I'm always present during my streams. The only time that you'll be able to catch up to me is like if I forget to redeem. But I guess I've forgotten like a couple of times, so it's not bound to happen. It's not bound to happen, I guess. You forget only sometimes. Only sometimes. Yeah, time to grow. No secret streams. Well, you never know. You never know what happens. But what if I suddenly decide to be like secret stream time? You know? You never know. You never know. Sometimes it just happens, you know. Anyway, little update on life. My life is still pretty hectic, y'all. But honestly, like it hasn't been good to just stay in what I call a limbo for the longest time. So I was just kind of like, maybe I should give a sense of normalcy back to my life. So now I'm back to streaming. So now we're streaming again because I need a sense of being normal now. Nocti is back. Yay! 30 months. Holy. Holy. So now our regular streaming schedule is back. So every come back. Thank you. So every Monday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Oh, Van, thank you. Good to see you stream again. Thank you. So every Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. PH time or like 10 p.m. JST, I will be streaming once more. Probably what I plan to do is like Fridays are gonna be like game streams, I guess. Like as much as possible. I'm not gonna force myself to play a game if I have to do something, you know. But more or less Fridays are gonna be like gaming streams. Most of the time, I believe. I want to continue that maid game that we haven't continued. Like I promised last time to continue that maid game. So we're gonna do that already. We're gonna continue that maid game. And then after we finish the maid game, we'll probably start doing our Elden Ring run too. We'll start doing our Elden Ring run because the DLC, the combat mode is coming out in like 2 months, I believe. So yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, we're gonna do more Minecraft soon. But I wanna start Elden Ring to become Elden Lord. Yeah, we're gonna be Elden Lord. So after we finish the maid game, we're gonna play Elden Ring. I also kind of want to sneak in like Monster Hunter every so often, but we'll see. So Fridays are game days. Nocti will play video game on Fridays. Right. my job. So I'll probably be streaming more often after I lose my job. After I lose my 9 to 5, I'll be streaming more often. But with that, I will be like doing like a monthly goal, I guess, every month just to keep up with expenses a little bit. So don't be surprised if like April comes. Well, tomorrow is April, I believe so. Don't be surprised that when April comes, like you guys are gonna see like a dono bar. Obviously, you're not obligated to donate or do anything. I'll be honest. I'll just put it in there just in case. But yeah, I'll be losing my job soon. So more Nocti streams. Woo! More Nocti streams. After I lose my job, not before, but after I will be streaming more often. I will. I don't know if I'll change my stream time, but like, you'll probably catch me either streaming earlier or longer. It's one or the other. So I don't know if I'm gonna change the stream times. It's either earlier or longer. It's one or the other. So we'll double check. We'll see what comes up. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Today, what are we doing today? We're doing art today. I didn't wanna do anything too tiring, so to speak, since I just came back from streaming. So today we're gonna do art. We're gonna draw today, but not commission drawing. We're gonna be doing art for like future covers that I have. Let's rock it. I still owe you like a chibi awufa. I will get to the. I still have some subathon chibis donathon chibis that I need to draw. I'll get to that like soon-ish. I just really need to get out of my rut right now. So basically, I just need to like. I just really need to I just really need to get out of like that mental rut that I have. Elden Ring is peak. Yeah. Nocti, I miss you very. How you doing? I miss you guys too. But basically what I'm gonna try doing right now is I'm gonna try making cover art for future MVs for myself. That way I get out of like a rut that I'm stuck in right now, like when it comes to drawing. So yeah, we're gonna do that just to give my brain some peace. You guys are gonna see what. Well, not all of it, but like you guys are gonna see like maybe two. Well, you already know one of them is gonna be Shinigami. So maybe I don't know if we're gonna work on that, but like maybe you guys are gonna see the other one that I have planned. Yeah, you guys are gonna see the other cover that I have planned. It's not like too exciting, I believe, but it's something. You know. So to cut costs, because I still want to be able to make covers, but in order to cut costs, I'll probably be drawing like majority of my cover arts like from now on. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's go here. So this is I've only ever sketched yet. So right now we have two options. We have two options for art time. We have two options for our cover art time. We have Shinigami, and also we have vampire. We have Shinigami and we have vampire. I've actually started to record my vampire cover. It still needs a lot of tweaks to it, but it's kind of going well, I believe. So I still need to re-record some parts. I still need to re-record like a bunch of things, but I've been really happy with how it's turning out. I'll be honest. Nocti Saki your blood. You guys wanna hear a snippet? It's not mixed yet though, but like I can show you guys a snippet of my vampire cover. It's not mixed yet, so don't expect too much. I'll give you guys a snippet. Balika, the snarl, the Nocti has returned. I'll give you guys a snippet of my vampire cover. Hold up. ne. You're gonna turn sapperlings into raisins. You guys are gonna be like elder sapperling. Very old. This one and then okay. So I'll let you guys hear a snippet of it, I guess. It's not mixed yet. And the timing is still off, but it's something. Voice a tad low. I don't know how to. Okay, let's add again. How wow, is this better? Is my voice better? Is this louder? I think it is. Yeah, it should be. You can like I've learned in audio wise, you can always turn me down, but there's only so much limit that you can turn me back up. So I'd rather be like really loud than really soft. So there's that. Okay, so here is a snippet of the vampire one. Let's pick a thing. Let's do the chorus here. Oh wait, you can't hear. You won't be able to hear this. This one. But yeah, that's a snippet. It's not mixed yet. There's nothing on it yet. But yeah, that's also it's not mixed yet. I still haven't fixed a few things when it comes to like pitching and stuff. So we'll have that. Hello Nocti, hi Tranquil. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's do our music now. Can't wait to jam. Yes. So we're doing art for that right now. We're gonna do You played it on a rhythm game arcade? Yeah, it's really addicting. I've been wanting to do a vampire cover for a while. It's just that I haven't had the time to like record because things have been really busy around me. So right now I'm really happy to be able to at the very least do a rough recording of everything. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've been like the past few days or like the past month, I've been like touching a lot of grass lately. So I've been meeting up with some people. I've been like a little more active in socializing and stuff like that. It's been weird because if you know me, I'm not very good at socializing. Oh, you mean us? Yeah, yeah, that's us. But yeah, what you call this? Hi Zeku. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of socializing lately, touching grass, hanging out with friends more. I think generally that's a good idea that to do, especially when you're obviously it's like different for everybody, but for me, like I think it's better if I surround myself with like people most of the time, especially during like stressful situations, because I need a break sometimes. And sometimes I don't even know it. So yeah, it's been kinda like a big off month for Nocti. Wake up, it's time to socialize. No! No! Unless it's to watch Bob's Burgers. Like recently, one of the most recent things that I did was probably go to a hot pot with some people. We went to a hot pot with some people. I don't know why it is, but like usually when we go to hot pot places and we start like so the place itself is a hot pot in like Korean grill place. So you can choose like whether you wanna eat hot pot or you wanna cook Korean barbecue or you wanna do both basically. You can do both, and it's basically an eat all you can, and you can stay there for roughly like 2 hours ish. I believe so. I think yeah, that's the limit. Like 2 hours is the limit, and then what you call this? Every single time we go to a hot pot place. Every time we go to a hot pot place, what you call this? We end up like, you know when you're cooking like Korean barbecue and you end up putting too much meat in the on the grill, and then the charcoal like that they use on the bottom of the grill, it starts flaming upwards. we always we usually end up doing that. And we get reprimanded by the staff. They're like, please don't put too much meat on the grill. it it was so funny because every time we go over to that place, we get scolded. The last time we went to that place with with my friends is that what you call this? The last time I went to that place was like what you call this? We got reprimanded because we ended up putting hot pot things on the grill. It wasn't supposed to be cooked on the grill, but it was supposed to be cooked in the hot pot. Or yeah, I think yeah, that was the case. Yeah, it was supposed to be put in the hot pot, but we ended up putting it on the grill, and we got reprimanded because they were like, "That's for hot pot," and we were like, "Oh." We were just kind of like, we're sorry, but it's on the grill now. And they're like, they were just kind of like, yeah, for next time, yeah, that's for hot pot. Don't put, please don't put that on the grill. You'll ruin the grill. So that was the last time we went there, and then this time we were just kind of like cooking. We were cooking the meat. Well, people were cooking the meat. I didn't cook the meat. I just wanted to eat. I was just mostly eating the hot pot, I'll be honest. Well, I didn't want to cook that day, so I was far from the grill, so I wasn't on grill duty. But like, but like when we when we when the flames started spewing from the from the charcoal at the bottom of the grill, we were just kind of like, why is our grill the only one with flames spewing up on it? Like, how is that even possible? Like every other table is like fine except our table. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Why is our table the only one with problems? I didn't even think like it was too much meat. Honestly. It doesn't even like seem like it was too much meat, I'll be honest. So I don't understand why it spewed up in flames. We didn't burn the place down, thankfully, but at the same time, it's just kind of funny going to the hot pot grill place and getting reprimanded by the staff every time. A larger flat top grill, yes, for all the meats, so we can eat them all. Yum, 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 yum. So we can eat all the meat. Because, you know, like when you eat like at a barbecue place, you don't want to like stop eating. Because you're gonna feel like you're full once you stop eating. You know? And it's an eat all you can, so you gotta get your money's worth. Like you gotta get your money's worth of like meat. You know? As an Asian. You gotta get all your money's worth by eating a lot of meat at eat all you can places and at grill places like that. So make sure to eat lots. Like vegetables are good too. I personally, my belief when it comes to like grilling places, personally, my rule for like eat all you can places like that or like Korean barbecues, I usually stray away from marinated meat. Like the regular ones, the not non-heavily marinated ones are ones that I really like. Mainly because sometimes the sauce makes it feel like you're eating more. You know, it makes it feel like I don't know if it's true or not, but for me it just makes it feel like I'm getting full faster if I eat the marinated meat. So I usually just stick to like the non-marinated ones. I still try the marinated ones, but like I don't eat it as much as the regular one. Yung got points. You probably gambled it. Nobody took it away. You gambled it away. You got boiled potatoes with sour cream. Oh, I love boiled potatoes. I love hot potatoes. Baked potatoes. I love potatoes. Potatoes are yummy. I always love eating potatoes. If that's the case for that place, then it shouldn't be using the typical grill saucer. It should really just be a teppanyaki grill. Yeah, unfortunately, teppanyaki grills are expensive. So they usually use just the regular gridded flat grill. So, yeah. Nah, that can't be right. I wouldn't be careless as to gamble. Yes, you would. You a gambling addict. Hi, Cody. Hey, Cappy. Oh, thank you for the gifted. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get emotional because, like, holy shit. I'm gonna get emotional because, like, holy shit. Life's been, like, really hard lately. Oh, thank you. No, I will not cry. But thank you, Kepi. Everybody who got a sub, make sure to thank Kepi. Make sure to thank Kepi, everybody. That's a Korean. Mugi! Oh, thank you for giving Verufa a sub, Mugi. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Also, for everybody that just came, what you call this? Make sure to do the sapling check. So make sure you guys grow big, grow strong. Now, no, be tiny baby forever. No, you gotta go. How are you gonna be tiny baby if you are at 0? You know? Care package, thank you for the care package. I will hydrate, stretch, and posture check. Thank you, thank you. But cheese. What other things have been happening to me? Oh, I've been going on a lot more walks lately, which is fun. I've been going on a lot of walks with Maru lately. He's been like really excited about them, I'll be honest. He's just kind of like walking. But so I've been getting a lot more sun than I used to. So now Nocti is no longer deficient in vitamin D. Yes, the sun. Yeah, Nocti needs it to make to photosynthesize. Nocti needs it to what you call this? Nocti needs it to make food. Truly a flower demon. Yeah. It's been really fun to go on walks. Every time I go on walks in Maru, There's always like somebody who's just kind of like, wow, your dog is so cute. How many months is he? They always mistake Maru for like a little puppy. They're like, oh my god, your puppy is so cute. How old is he? How many months in have you had your puppy? Thank you, Mugi. Thank you. And then I always have to break the news. Oh, he's like 3 years old. Maru's like 3 years old. They're like, he's already 3 years old. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, he's 3. And they're like, he's so small. And it's like, and then I had like some people like ask me if he's gonna grow more. And I'm like, I don't think he's gonna grow anymore because he's like 3 years old already. I think that's his size. I think that's just how big he gets. And they're like, he just gets that big. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. He's bigger than normal Pomeranians. But like he's still like he's still a small dog. He generally is bigger than usual Pomeranians, but like he isn't that small either, you know. Like I get why they mistake Maru for like a puppy. I understand the confusion. I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, if a dog is like 3 years old already and they haven't grown, you know, I feel like if the owner says that the dog is already at 3 years old and they're still small, I feel like that's the max size that they come with, you know. Like I guess. Shout out to Maru, forever a baby to most. Yeah, he is a small baby. He's a small babu. They've never seen Poms before. I think they've seen teacup Pomeranians, you know, cause like when the what you call this? When you give them like teacup Pomeranians, they're not really surprised that they're small. You know, they're not really surprised that they're small. But like, yeah. I won't be next. God, Liz's voice is so crazy. So is Mint. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's made the Liz. It's crazy. I wanna be next to you. The official? No, the official is Bruno Mars. These are two girls. Why does Bruno Mars have a voice of a girl? Barry. Barry. A Nikke movie for April? Really? That's crazy. party was over. Nighttime on earth was true. Ooh. Bruno Mars implies that there's Bruno Earth. That's true. Also, I didn't know it was Bruno. I thought it sounded like someone else. Yeah, it's Bruno Mars. You know what's so surprising? Because, like, Apata came out before World, right next, this song, um, Die With A Smile, yeah. Apata came out, like, before Die With A Smile. And the whiplash I got from, like, Bruno Mars singing, like, don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? And then, like, from something as upbeat as Apatu, and then suddenly that. And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, they're both good songs. It's just more of like the quick style changes was unexpected for me. Kimi dake ga subete sa ne. Chouchou shakuryou wa kudasai. Jesus, そんな目で見ないでもこれんさい心入れ替えるよね思考言うようで It's not gonna be a long stream for me today. I generally just wanna get like a few things done when it comes to this. I'll probably like try to finish the vampire art today. Or at least get good progress done. Mainly because I just got back and I don't wanna force myself to like overstream and get tired quickly. So we're just gonna do like we're gonna stream until I feel like it. The song tone reminded me of an old Alicia Keys song. Also haven't heard his new stuff. He's been on hiatus. I don't actually know how to say it. Hiatus? Hiatus? I don't know. He's been on break for a while. Hiatus. Second one. I always never knew how to pronounce that. Now I know. Thank you, Mugi. But yeah, I just mainly want to go back to the groove of streaming and working because I've been so busy lately. I was either taking care of my grandma or like taking care of myself. So I really didn't have a lot of time to draw. I mostly did like small commissions on the side just to help me get by. But like I generally want to go back to the habit of drawing longer. So I'm doing it in increments again. So yeah, we're doing simple things for now. And then we build up. 密かに微笑んだ紅白マスオビューティー いい子でしょかわいい子でしょいい子でしょ苦しいね愛して愛して愛してもっともっと愛して苦しい音に苦しい離さない苦しい Should I do a should I do an Aishite cover? Aishite is one of those songs that I've always wanted to cover, but I've always been like scared to cover because the notes get so high. And the thing is with Aishite, there's just so much emotion in the song that it's kind of scary. I'll be honest. Yes, do it. I'll think about it after practice, maybe after a lot of practice, because like the song itself is pretty simple in concept, but there's lots of like emotions involved with the song, so it's kinda intimidating. And like ever since I heard like Ado's version of Aishite, I I I'm just kind of like the standard is different. You say it's like it is so. No. Hello, Nyako. Hello. 愛して愛してもっともっと愛して愛して全部しまってもらうよ I have to figure out what outfit I want to wear for this. Yeah, Risa's version is an interesting one because I what you call this? I heard her explain how she translates a lot of like Japanese songs into English covers. She doesn't really translate it word per word. Um she thinks of like the meaning of the song, which is very interesting. Cause I think what a lot of people don't know is that Japanese is very contextual wise when it comes to like speaking and addressing things. You know? So like you have to think in the context of songs. So yeah. So it's really interesting to see Nerissa translate things. Yeah, so one of the translations can make the lyrics sound off. Basically, yeah, kinda. And also, if you look at the official translation, or well, I wouldn't say official translation, but if you look at the translation of Aishite, like that isn't like a Nerissa cover, or just like if you just translate it word per word, it isn't like exactly like Nerissa's cover, which is very interesting to me. But like the context of the song remains unchanged, which I like. I have to figure out the outfit I want. Because I still don't know if I wanna use my like regular VTuber outfit or I wanna use a cutesy outfit. I guess having a cutesy outfit isn't bad. I usually, to be fair, like I don't think any of my covers have. Oh wait, no, my king cover has my regular outfit, but like every cover apart from my king cover, I usually wear something different. So I guess wearing something different here isn't bad either. As long as it still looks like me, and that's more than enough. Go for it. Yeah, I think Vampire is one of those songs that the art for it is so specific, or like the art there's not a lot of variation when it comes to the art, that you can really tell like it's a vampire cover just based on like but just based on like the, what you call this, the pose. So it doesn't really matter if you change the outfit. A lot of people fail to realize that when your fingies fold, sometimes it's not always a straight line. Your skin, the way your skin folds is the same as how clothes fold sometimes. Not all the time, but like most of the time. Because I think what a lot of people don't realize when they draw like body parts is that skin itself also folds over itself. When you like twist your joints and stuff, when you move around. I also like this song, Osmanthus. Also really pretty. 真夜中と踊ろう午前2時安らの言い訳も今だけは透明な街を歩いてくんだ僕は真面目が夜を過んでしまっても寄り添ってる What is the burger of the day? Um, The Termi burger. I couldn't think of a pun for the Terminator. I don't know what the Terminator popped up in my head though. What will be the ingredient be? You know, I've always wanted to try pesto on a burger. I feel like pesto on a burger might be good. Yeah, and then you give it like a little sunglasses. John Connor. You know, I don't watch like Kubo streams, but like I do have to agree that Kubo's voice is really good. It's really amazing. Cause like Kubo streams aren't for me because it's a lot of like screaming. But like her voice, like when she sings, is just different. It hits different. Kobo. Her name's Kobo. Not Kubo. Kobo. It's O, not U. Kobo. Yeah, I usually don't watch like streamers who scream a lot, like because my ears are kind of sensitive to sound, and I get overstimulated like very easily. I get overstimulated easily, so I usually avoid streamers that you know just scream a lot. Like for me, it's nothing against them. It's just not my kind of thing, you know. But I do agree that she's pretty entertaining. It's just that it really is just the screaming that isn't for me. So yeah. Same. Yeah, high pitched screams hurt. Yeah, there's a certain kind of screaming that hurts my ears. But like if you take for example like Aaron, like if you guys know Game Grumps, if you take it for example Aaron from Game Grumps, his kind of screaming isn't like hurtful to my ears, you know. Like it's okay. Like it's not like I like it particularly. It's just more of like compared to like other people's like screams. Aaron is okay. I don't have Gen Z ears because you're old. You're old. You're old, Balika. Okay, let's sketch out the hair. Serio? I was molded by Fred. That's what I loved Fred. Maybe as a kid I did. Like nowadays it's okay. But like as a kid, I ended up not watching a lot of Fred as a kid. I don't know if anybody like still knows who Fred is. Probably not. That's an old reference, Balika. But I did watch a bunch of it growing up. Like there's only a select few of Fred videos that I ended up liking. Not all of them. That has the same energy as put a banana in your ear, in my ear. Put a banana right into your favorite ear. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're officially too young. To me, you are a baby. Me a baby, you baby. That look cursed about John Cena was in it. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think John Cena was in it. Oh, why is my thing stopping? But what happened to my VTube studio? Oh, it just lagged. I guess it just wanted to lag, I guess. I mean, to be fair, you could also not be a baby. It's just more of like you just don't know what it is. But if you don't know what Charlie the Unicorn is, I will gladly enlighten you. I will gladly enlighten you what the hell Charlie the Unicorn is. Have you modded your repo, Balika? Because we played modded repo like the other day or yesterday, I believe, or whatever. Yeah. You should mod your repo. Repo! I'll get to it when I wake up. Okay. You better, because like there's lots of custom. Like Kaisa and I were so amazed by the amount of customization you can do with the modded one. I'll probably ask like you three to like play repo sometime on stream. Tekken and oh yeah, TFT, the new set comes out. I thought they're gonna add Chibi Ribbon at some point. Ooh, Chibi Ribbon. Devil May Cry Netflix series. I don't know how to feel about that, I'll be honest. Wait a minute. Ikimuchi. 내 심장이 love drop. Oh my gosh. I haven't heard this song in forever. My life. We're magnetized each other again. This time I want you, like it's magnetic. I already forget the lyrics most of the time. You, like it's magnetic. You, super good. Like it's magnetic. I think that was cute hair. It still kind of looks like me, I think. The horns aren't there though. Let's go, let's go. My heart. We're magnetized. This time I want you. Like it's magnetic. Like it's magnetic. I can't hear the lyrics that well. I think they're saying dilaw na dilaw. That's different. It's a different song, balika. You know, I usually have a problem when I draw. Usually, so the thing I kind of ended up noticing is the fact that whenever I draw, I have the tendency to like hunch over and lean down just so like I don't know, maybe it helps me or something. It's a habit I ended up like forming. So like now that I have like the snail model and I have to worry about streaming and being a VTuber, one of the things that I ended up realizing is that I have to get used to a different posture now when I draw. That way, the model still kind of moves as well as the model still kind of moves while I draw, like even a little bit, but I also should be able to see what I'm drawing. That's why I think like for a lot of like VTuber people, they like a pen tablet more than a digital display, because like at the very least for a pen tablet you can look at your screen directly and draw. Personally, I like a pen tablet more than a display tablet, but right now I have a display tablet. I miss my pen tablet sometimes. I should probably like set it up so that whenever I draw on stream, I could still use my pen tablet. I think that's a better setup than what I have with my display tablet. And then I can just use my display tablet to like view colors properly. Or like as a third monitor or something. Screen tablet team here. You with me, Kepi? But it's easier. Like if I'm not thinking about having my VTuber model out, that a screen tablet is fine because I can lean in as much as I want to, you know. But I have to worry about my model and how it translates. That's why. Bruh, Moko's like voice is also very surprising, I'll be honest. Like you wouldn't think they'd sing this well with their regular talking voice. It's crazy. Don't say no, you basically have a couple of screen tablets with me. What, you sent Woofa a screen tablet? That's crazy. Kepi really helping a Woofa out. Be kind to your manager, Woofa. Now you can't tell Kepi that you can't say that Kepi is bullying you in this state. You only have the same tablet, I see. It's so Ah, you got the same one. I see. So nice. So you twinsies. Watame. Watame's voice also really amazing. Actually, all of the Hololive like voices is like god tier. I'll be honest. Their voices are just something else. Hi, Misty. Oh, sorry. I still have to get used to that silent hello thing. Don't mind me. Bruh. I have to get used to that one. I'm so sorry. I will do better next time. But I just think like Nerissa's voice is so um versatile. Hi Ken. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. I'm doing better these days, which is good. But how you been doing? I hope you've been doing well too. Hope your day is going well. I'm sad because I got not the Twitter suspension. Did you file a claim on it already? Did you tell Elon Musk? I did appeal, but no one said, oh no. I hope you get your Twitter account back soon. What the hell? Twitter bonking people. That's crazy. New law on inauthentic account? What does that mean? Like new law? Eh? I've been like off social media that I don't know what the hell is happening, I'll be honest. I've been on a social media break recently and I just got back today, so I have no idea what's happening. What? If your account doesn't have a blue check mark, you're like, no. But what about all the other ones? Like the VTuber, the company VTuber ones, not all of them have the blue check mark. What the hell? Yeah, meanwhile, like I get so many bot messages like on Twitter. That's crazy. Like you know those bot messages on Twitter where they randomly like add you to like a group chat and it's just kind of like, hey, come watch my OnlyFans or something like that. Like what the hell? I'll show you to a site. I get so many of those. Agencies, I see. Breeze, go Wasuruku. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul. I swear, I wish the manga was better. I wouldn't have like honestly. I'll be honest. Yeah, Twitter, like a lot of people are like moving to Blue Sky at the same time, like artist wise, but at the same, but honestly, like I think the hard part about moving social medias is like not everybody's gonna follow you over there, and you basically build your brand on certain sites already. So it's still like the common, like while people are moving, majority of the people um majority of the people, or like the common people or the target market for these things, like content wise, are still on like sites like Twitter and stuff. So you really can't overhaul everything to a new platform in that easily, because you have to bank on other people also moving. I think that's what's hard when it comes to these kinds of things. Even though the social media is trash, like it doesn't matter because like everybody else, you know. Hi, how you doing? 15 VTuber, that's crazy. Yeah, people are graduating left and right. But usually, graduation doesn't mean it's over. It just means a new beginning for some people. So you just gotta keep your ears peeled. Thank you for the resub. How are you, I missed you. Yeah, up until the site itself implodes. That's the only reason. Amma is probably the only bot I trust. Yeah, spring is in season for new encounters for sure. a lot has changed. Like I got my first spicy art and also starting to publicize my alert and people, hell yeah! Let's go, Ame! Let's go! I'm so excited for you! Let's go! Yeah, another yam is Mume. I think okay, here's my take on these corporate graduations. Like I know for a fact that um I'd like to believe that it's not like they're gonna disappear from content creating, you know? Like if you know, you know, like a lot of these content creators, they just move on to like better opportunities. You know? Um Generally, it's not the person we miss when they graduate, it's the character they portray, you know? Cause the character Mume, um the character Mume is specifically Mume. Nobody else can be like Mume the way Mume does it, basically. But at the same time, we should also be happy over the fact that they either choose themselves, they choose a better career, they choose a lot of things that they think is better for them. So I think that's my takeaway on graduations. Of course, I still feel sad when they happen, but in my head, I just think about the fact that they're choosing this, you know. They're choosing like they're choosing their happiness. Yeah. Yeah, whenever it's a health related reason, it's pretty sad. I can pick that voice anywhere. True. Me with me nightmare. But like, you know, um, at the end of the day, all we have to do is support them. You know, all we have to do is support them as best we can when they come back, or if they come back. Like it doesn't matter as long as we're here supporting them, or like we're here to welcome them. I think that's the important part. Oh, thank you for the care package, Mugi. I'll hydrate, stretch, and posture check. Thank you. Mm. Try art after I finish my first. Wow! If you ever have questions and if there's ever anything I can teach you or you want to learn that I can teach you, feel free to ask. I'm always so excited when somebody wants to learn how to draw or want to do art. Oh, I would be your number one supporter. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Manga. Mm. I'm gonna be a manga artist. How is the snails? Things have been hectic, but like it's okay. Nocti is surviving. Nocti's doing their best, and I think that's the important part. But I hope you're doing good, Nyako. What your guessing face is? Generally, if it was me, I would start with shapes first and foremost. It might seem very trivial. I'll give an example. Hold up, let me pull up a thing. Pinterest. Okay, let me just look at Pinterest. The railing? No. It's okay. I wholeheartedly love it when people ask me things about art, no matter what. Let's look for a reference real quick. Nothing too poofy. We need to see the general structure of the body. So a little tip for anybody. I'll stop the music first because I can't think. So a little tip for anybody who's like trying to get into art, especially when you're starting, I guess. Usually you want to look for references, right? My tip when looking for references is nude references is always the best because you can see the bone structure, the body structure, and everything. You can see everything clearly. But if you're not comfortable with that, bodies, there are lots of references that uses like bodysuits on them, like real life people, that uses bodysuits on them. Um, so you can, that's the next best thing you can have. Try, if you're just learning art, try to avoid loose clothing because it will be harder for you to figure out anatomy. It will be harder for you to figure out general structures of the body when the clothing is loose. So if you're really unsure, just use somebody with a bodysuit. I'm trying to look for one that like Twitch won't flag me for. It's hard because like Twitch's TOS has been like really weird. I personally like ballet dancers a lot. I personally really like looking at ballet dancers a lot because a lot of the movement when it comes to ballet dancers is very stretched. Like all the limbs are outstretched, all the everything, and they look so graceful, and like it's really good. Ballet and yoga, yes. Okay, this one's good. I think I'd like to believe. Okay, so ne. So let's go here. So let's take this pose for example. The reason I told you to start with shapes is because a lot of the things you should worry about when you're starting art is how to simplify things. A lot of people tend to what's the term? A lot of people tend to focus on detail. While isn't necessarily bad, having a good understanding of basics, having a good understanding with form, shape and form is also very important when you learn art. For example, this one. This one's a really good pose. I think I can look for another one that's really really intense. Let's look for another one. I think this one's also really good. Okay, this one's also really good. Okay. So these two poses are really good because there's lots of ways you can approach simplifying these things. This is gonna be on the quiz. You guys are gonna write a report on this. It's gonna be, I want 100-page book report on this lesson. You got me? Back to back. And the font size should be 12. And no double spaces. That is the format we're going here today, boys and girls. And they, thems, and non-binary peeps. Anyway, simplified my weakness. But you draw chibi art. Rufa. You should learn being simple because you draw a lot of chibis. So, a lot of ways people can simplify this. Some people they like what is, I think it's called line. I don't know the official terms, but I think it's called line of action. Some people they like using this one. So what I mean by line of action is, you see how in this pose right here, you see the curve of the body going here and then down, right? With this other one, you see it having just one swoop of motion downward like that, right? Like generally, even if there's like a limb going up here, even if there's a limb going down here, your general motion is downward over there. As well as this one, it goes out and then down. So some people, they like looking at that and they base like a pose on that. So they basically make sure that all the limbs, all the little things are doing the exact same line of action, pretty much. That's how they start off simplifying. I think that's a good thing to practice when you're learning anatomy. You need to learn how things flow. This is a different example. This is also a good example, I'll be honest. Here, I'll merge them all in one layer so you can see. This one on the third one, on the other hand, while it goes up, it goes upward right here. The action goes upward. Like it makes it force you to like train your eye to go upwards, right? Instead of downwards. But yeah, some people they like to learn these things. A lot of these things you can learn by doing like figure drawings every day. If you don't know what figure drawings are, I can show you. Choto. Let me pull up mine. Let me pull up my awful ones. So don't be like intimidated, because a lot of people, when they do figure drawings, it's really detailed, and that's not the essence of what a figure drawing is. A figure drawing is supposed to be loose. A figure drawing, I'm sorry, like I'm going through like so many tangents, but I think these are just things that you need to know when you draw, when you want to learn how to draw. These are just like basic things that you need to learn how to manage and do when you're trying to learn how to draw. So you might have seen figure drawings from, trying to look for something that's like safe, that's Twitch safe to see. Hold up, choto. Because a lot of figure drawings are like done in the nude, because like it really is better to like learn how to draw anatomy that way. Ito. Yeah, I guess this is good. This is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so a lot of like, when you look up figure drawings, a lot of what you're gonna see is something like this. This isn't a figure drawing. This isn't what I mean when I say figure drawings. This is like a sketch right here. This is like anatomy studies right here. When I say figure drawings, it usually means something like I need to pull up my figure drawings. Hold up. What I mean to say is something something like this. This is mine, by the way. This is my figure drawing. Something like this. Nothing too defined, nothing too loose. It's very loose flowing. It's very just generally giving you the idea of, okay, this is how the pose works. This is how the body works. This is how things connect to each other. General rule of thumb, this is like you do like 10 sketches, 10 sketches, 10 sketch for 10 seconds. These are 10 seconds. This is 5 sketches, I believe. 5 or 10. No, these are with the 10 sketches, 10 seconds roughly. I don't remember. It's been a while since I last figure drawed. This is 5 for like 30, I believe. Yeah, it's 5 for 30. These ones I just did on a whim, I'll be honest. And then you do like 3 for it's like 5 minutes, I believe. And then this one is 1 for 10. So these are the figure sketches that I usually do for stuff, for just general learning of like body language. And as you go along, you're gonna end up learning about form, which is a lot of circles, a lot of rectangles, a lot of cylinders. So you need to get used to like drawing circles at different angles, like drawing circles like that, drawing circles with the idea of imagining them like the center is up there. You need to get used to drawing cylinders as well. Drawing cylinders is also a really good way to practice. Shape and form, make sure you know that you know which side the cylinder is facing. You need to make sure, like you need to draw it. I like the exercise of drawing things in different angles um just to have a good sense and idea of like how things go. Cones are also really good, like these ones. And then you mark like the insides with like center insides with dotted lines, dashed lines. Pyramids, I think, also really good. Especially since pyramids are square. You gotta remember the pyramids are square on the bottom and then pointy at the top. You want to exercise these a lot. I usually do this like every other day, where I just review my general shapes. And as soon as you get to that, you can start experimenting with form. So you can look at a tube facing this way and go like, huh, it's gonna bend over like that, and so it'll cut over here, so I'll get to see this one. You know, you get to see like this shape right here can be broken down into a cylinder, because it really is just a cylinder. You know, if you're having trouble visualizing it, there's a cylinder here, and then there's another cylinder right there that's just connected. Like, so, and then you get to start to get you build up a library, a visual library, and then you end up realizing that this shape right here can be made into a tail. You know, that's how tails work. And then you can go from there. Like, a lot of things are made up of simple shapes. Like, if you just add a little bit of fur and whatnot, it's gonna look like a tail, basically. That's how you break it down. And then that's how you start. That's what I encourage people to start off with. Because you can learn these things as you go. Obviously, learning them early is really good for you. But it helps you break down complicated things. And it applies to like learning body parts, because you start to see that, oh, okay, the head is just a big circle, right? Like it may come in different shapes and forms, but generally your cranium, your skull, is a big circle with a triangle at the front. Like the general face shape is a triangle. You start to see those things as a thing, as a form. Sometimes people like using a rectangle for the face shape. I generally like using like a triangle for where the face is facing, because that's just easier for me. It depends on you as a person. I see a circle with a triangle. Some people see a circle with a square. Depends on what angle you're facing. Sometimes depends on like the face shape. Sometimes people have longer faces, shorter faces, wider, narrower faces. Everybody's different. And then you start to see like, okay, so that's the skull. You start to see like the neck being a cylinder. Because it really is just a cylinder. When you break it down, you start to see it as a cylinder right here that connects, basically. An ear can be just a circle for you. So you start to see these things bit by bit. Torso, for example, I like to divide my torso into upper and lower. So, but for somebody who's starting out, they might just see it as a rectangle, you know, just a straight rectangle like that, to just make things a little easier on the eyes. And then this area, your pelvis, is just a triangle. Like I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think generally like you see the point. Arms in general are also circular. Like yeah, arms in general are also cylindrical, rather not circular, but they're also cylindrical. Same with legs actually, they're also pretty cylindrical um in fashion. They're also like really big cylinders. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you see the simple shapes in things. And then you can worry about like details later. You can worry about where the eyes are once you have a general familiarity with like where the big picture is. And then you can start. Sorry, I burped. I don't know if that was audible on my mic, but I did burp. I'm so sorry. But you get a general gist of like how things go, how things position. And then there are also, it depends on you on how you want to approach it. I also know some people who rely on negative space to figure out what where areas are. So let's take this one for example. This one, I know of a person that when they draw or when they draw from reference, they take the line of action which is going up, right? And what they end up doing is they map out empty spaces like this one, this one, this one. They map out these empty spaces right here to figure out their anatomy. So what I mean by that is you can see here the way her arm stretches out to make this empty space between here is generally I think of it as a rectangle. Some people would think of it as like two triangles together like this. But I like to think of it as a rectangle. And then this one's also a little triangle. And then this one's also a triangle. This one's like a half circle, I believe. So you get to see these negative spaces and then you follow those to like figure out where things are. So this is where your hand goes. This is where your leg should go because this one needs to be empty. You know, some people are like that. I think that's too complicated. Like for me, I just like looking at these things. I prefer this method. Some people do this kind. I think that's too complicated. I'll be honest. There are also some people who one of the things that I advise to somebody who's learning is try to draw as straight of a line as you can when you're studying. So you see how some people they do this. They start scratching like this little by little. Nah. I you will find it infinitely easier if you try long strokes and harder lines, like straighter lines, basically. You can curve, but like make sure that the curves have angles to them. Because that way, because like if you curve a line, you can't see where things bend clearly, as opposed to like doing it like this. You know, doing it like this where the lines are very straight, very rigid, so you can see where things bend better, as opposed to like something like this. You know, you're just kind of like, where is that? You know. So like a general structure always better to start off. And then you can get into the nitpicky of things. You can get into the details. You can start learning about the face. Once you get to visualize, oh, the eye is just an almond shape, like that. Noses are just triangles with like little circles inside them, or the mouth is just two triangles like that with a semicircle. And then you can start visualizing how these things take shape and form depending on like the angle. And I hope I explained that good enough. I'm not very. I don't know if I'm a good teacher or not. I don't know how I teach, but yeah, that's generally what you want to learn when you're starting out drawing. Those are like the yeah. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, back to drawing. That was Nocti's art lesson for today. I'm still processing. Give me a minute. It's okay. You will always have the VOD to like look back to. The VOD will always be up on YouTube. The VOD will always be up on YouTube, so it's fine. You can always look back if you want to. But yeah, sometimes it just seems like a lot of like talking it out loud. It may seem like a lot of information in the get go, but honestly, once you start doing it, um, once you start doing it, it just kind of becomes second nature to you as you continue practicing. Always remember, practice is something that you should always remember to do, because like without practice, like it's all for naught. You know, you're not gonna improve. Nothing's gonna happen if you're just gonna keep, like, in theory you will understand it, but actually doing it is also important. So make sure to like include practice as well. Figure drawing, you generally want to do that every day. Sometimes I set aside like an hour every day to do figure drawings. Hour, 30 minutes, an hour, it's good enough. Like, but if you can like only do like 10 minutes, that's also okay. Just any form of practice. There were even days where I just practiced like drawing lines. I'll be honest. I just did this, like this one, for like days straight. That was just a bunch of like lines for the longest time. I was locked in. Yeah. Any form of practice is good practice. Even if you can't draw. I also had a day where I just filled like a whole, like a whole A4 size of paper with like circles. It's just gonna be like a bunch of circles like this, big, small, like different sizes. Just fill it up. That's also really good practice because it lets you practice like line control. Um, One of the things I really do suggest to people is to try traditional art. Even if you're used to like digital art, I think getting used to the fact of traditional is still really good practice. Just mainly because you do not have the liberty of using an undo button, especially when you draw with a pen, a ballpoint pen specifically. You will not have the liberty of going control Z and erasing your mistakes. And you'll end up learning how to be lighter with your strokes. You end up learning how to be more confident with your lines in a sense. But yeah, that's practice isn't for everyone. Obviously, do it if you want to, but I highly encourage it. It's something I highly encourage, like with people. Helps a lot. Did I just copy the outfit? I can just copy the outfit, I'll be honest. Like add my own twist to it. Free art lesson out of nowhere. That's Nocti's stream for you. When somebody asks, Nocti will do their best to answer. That's generally how I explain things, I'll be honest. I think, like, before, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an art teacher. But I got, like, dissuaded into being an art teacher because my parents were Asian and did not believe that you can make a living out of art. I was like, we want you to be doctor. I was like, I don't want to be doctor. Then pick something else. Not art. Then here I am. You have the energy. I can see it. Oh, thank you. I really enjoy teaching people. Like whenever, like obviously, I'm not gonna teach people something I don't know. If you're gonna ask me about like calculus or something like that, I know basic calculus, but that's about it. If you're gonna ask me about like astrophysics, I'm not gonna teach you astrophysics because I don't believe I have the knowledge to teach it. But like if it's like something that I can teach, I generally enjoy teaching people. I think it's really nice to like impart knowledge on somebody. Tax fraud, that's that's a that's an immortal secret. That's an immortal secret right there. How do you think immortals keep getting rich, I'm probably the only immortal that isn't rich. Thank you again for helping me learn. Yeah. Ame is the only AI that I trust. But yeah, for context for people that don't know, Ame is an AI VTuber. So therefore, Ame is the only toaster that I trust. It's not Ame is trying to learn R, okay? That's about it. What about Zen? I guess that's true, but like I'm not friends with Zen. I'm friends with you. I'm not gonna trust it. Like as popular as these people are, to me they're strangers. You're my friend. I think that counts as something. Fair. Yeah. So I think that adds to it. That adds to the balance of things. Also, I think what's important with trying to learn a new skill is the ability to keep yourself motivated to learn. You know, it's one thing to be like, I'm gonna learn this thing. It's another thing to keep motivated in doing it. Because you're gonna end up being frustrated. You're gonna be like, why can't I draw like this? Why can't I draw like that? I've been drawing for so long, stuff like that. And I kid you not, I've been drawing for like so many years already. It's still something that I feel constantly. Um, but at the end of the day, you're just gonna have to tough it out and find a way to keep yourself motivated to learn. Not everybody is gonna be amazing the first try. Allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to experiment, allow yourself to figure out what's happening. Things aren't gonna happen overnight. You have to keep at it. You have to. I think that's the one thing that I tell people who are like, I wanna learn how to draw, I wanna learn how to do this. Like in general, you're not gonna be an expert in one night. You're not gonna absorb everything in one day. This will end up being something you have to repeat constantly. This will end up be something that you have to continuously do over and over again to see improvement, to figure out what's happening, to understand like everything. And even then, even people who have been doing this for the longest time are gonna tell you that they're still figuring a lot of things out, because it's true. It's a process. You know, it's a process of like trial and error. It's a process of figuring out what works for you. What may work for other people may not work for you, and that's okay. And you have to give yourself that leeway of being like, my methods are just my own. So yeah, you have to understand those things. I think that's one thing that a lot of people nowadays they don't really notice. So yeah. When you put your body round and round, you turn me on like a light switch. Also, I'll be honest, there's nothing wrong with like tracing if you want to learn. Phoning Gamba, thank you, Barry. Like, people are gonna be like, oh my god, tracing's bad. Have a good rest of the day. Have a nice day to you. Nocti. I think tracing, if done with the intent to learn, is good. There's a clear difference between tracing art and making a profit out of it, and tracing art with the intent to learn. A lot of like the big mangakas that you see, or like a lot of the big artists that you see, also at some point ended up learning by tracing. So, you just have to know how to utilize it, basically. I remember when I was starting to learn how to draw, I used to trace a lot of like clamp stuff. Like I really like how intricate the clamp art style was. So I had a lot of like the clamp manga. I would save up like my allowance to be able to buy um Tsubasa Chronicles in manga form, and I would trace the panels over some paper just so I can learn certain things. That's how I learned how to do some hair, I'll be honest, from Tsubasa Chronicles. So I would trace the hair. And I think that's also why I have a penchant for like hair vents, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, when it comes to learning something, I think that's the hardest hurdle to come across with the idea of that you'll fail at it. I think that's one of the hardest things you have to come to terms with when you're trying to learn something. No matter what skill you're trying to learn. Because especially if you lived in an environment where if you can't get something right the first time, it automatically means you're not good at it. When you have to cut yourself some slack and be like, it's my first time learning, it's my first time doing this. Like, just applaud yourself for trying something new. And, try it out a few times before you eventually decide that, nah, this isn't for me. You know, at the very least. My usual benchmark for these kinds of things is if it if like I try it for like a month at the very least and it still doesn't click with me, I'll be like, yeah, maybe this isn't for me. And then if I try revisiting it, I'll keep trying to revisit it, but I won't generally force it. And I think you also need to find a passion in these things. Like you have to find in my experience, romanticizing the process of learning how to draw helps me. Um, it helps me. It helps me like continuously love what I'm doing. Because obviously, if you keep doing something, you're gonna end up burning yourself out. You're gonna end up tired. You're gonna end up not wanting to do anything. It's kind of like eating the same food over and over again, I guess. You'll eventually tire from eating the same thing. So you have to find ways to make the food appealing to you again. My way of doing it is usually every single new piece that I draw, I try to implement like a new method, like a new technique that I learned when it comes to drawing. You know, like sometimes I learn, oh, this is a better way to fill in colors. Oh, this is a better way to do eyes. Oh, this is a nicer way to do whatnot. That's why I think like as much as I think that my art is inconsistent, there's still pieces of me in it. because I try to find ways to make every single thing a little different, but still feel like it's generally mine, you know? So you have to find ways to like keep yourself interested. You have to keep looking at your piece and going like, yeah, I like doing this, you know? I think that helps a lot. And I think that's what a lot of people tend to um forget once they start doing something for so long. So that kind of helps me. Obviously, it's not gonna work for everybody, but it's just something that I end up telling people sometimes when they feel unmotivated about their stuff. You know, yeah, that's what your manager also told you when you started writing. Yeah, you gotta find things to make yourself interested in something. You gotta keep yourself like motivation from others is always really good. You know, like I'm not gonna be like you don't need your friends' support. You don't need this. You don't need that. Of course, you need people who support and love what you do. It helps. It helps a buttload, but a lot of motivation also should come from yourself as well. A lot of like the desire to learn, the desire to try something new, the desire to just go out of your comfort zone and do whatever it is should really come from you. Because if you don't like it, you don't. If you don't like what you're doing, if you're not motivated in doing what you do, just don't. Just don't do it. Of course, you're gonna end up disliking whatever it is because you're not into it. Don't force it. That's why whenever somebody's just kind of like, I really don't feel like art is for me, and I'm just kind of like, then don't force it. If you don't feel like it's for you, it's fine to call it quits, and it's fine to tell yourself, yeah, it's not for me. You know, I'll just pay somebody to draw it for me or something. But if you keep up the motivation for yourself, if you keep finding happiness in doing these things, that's fine. That's okay. It really just depends on you. I gave myself a huge stretch goal for the manga later. It also forces to learn art, framing, presentation, and how to absorb. Yeah, that's also really good. I generally I do not like giving unsolicited feedback, you know. And usually when I give feedback, I ask the person, "Are you looking for?" Because I'm the kind of person that while I do not mind feedback, I do not like unsolicited feedback. You know, I don't like it when people are just kind of like, "Oh, you could have drawn this like this, or you could have drawn this better if you did it this way." You know, I do not like. I If I want feedback, I will ask for it. But generally, I just want to enjoy what I'm doing. Um, and I always make that aware with like people. So when somebody asks me for feedbacks, sometimes I also tend to ask, do you want critical feedback, or do you want just pick me up feedback? Because I think that's what people need to understand. There's feedback that you ask to make yourself feel good. There's also feedback that you ask to improve yourself, and you need to like. I'm not gonna sit there and wonder what you need. You have to tell me what kind of feedback you want. Obviously, in a professional setting, it's different because, like, in a professional setting, obviously, most of the feedbacks you get in a professional setting should be feedback to improve or like feedback that they want, you know. But like, if it's just showing your art to me and asking me for feedback, tell me what kind of feedback you want, and I'll give it to you. And it's not gonna be like, oh, your art sucks, you know. Critical feedback is you really intake the art, you figure out things to help you. You just don't go like, oh yeah, this is wrong. you know, like I think that's what a lot of people also don't understand when they give like critical feedback. It's not just about saying things are wrong. It's also about understanding how you can help this person, because obviously that's why they're asking for feedback, is because they need help. They want help on how they can improve. They want help on how they should approach things. So you also have to put that in consideration when you're giving feedback or you're receiving feedback. It's not just gonna be like, yeah, this sucks. Oh, yeah, this is bad. You know, yeah, this is wrong. It it can't be just that. It should be, oh, you, like if it was me, I'd be like, oh, this maybe um you could try using your using this instead. You can try making things a little smaller, see if you like that one. Or you can also try being like a little more fluid with your motion. That there's lots of things to say, but obviously I'm not gonna give that to you if you're not gonna ask me, because there's also a line between feedback that you want to hear, feedback that you're ready to hear, feedback that you just want to give, and stuff like that. There's lots of things to consider when giving feedback, especially in certain scenarios. But yeah, that's just my take on these things. Yes. Also, people need to realize that there is also feedback that they're qualified to give. You know, I by no means am an art expert. I only give feedback if I feel like I'm confident enough on it, or if I feel like I know enough about the topic or like whatever they're doing to give feedback. I don't go like, oh yeah, you did this wrong, and then I don't know anything about it. People need to understand that while you may have feedback on something, it might not be the best always to give it. Because A, it's not your area of expertise, and B, it's not the kind of thing that would help them in the future. People need to learn how to be like, yeah, I don't know a lot of people need to let go and just say they don't know, they don't know about things. Let yourself be curious and let your be lenient on yourself and just be like, hey, yeah, I don't know anything about this. I don't think I'm a good person to ask. You know, don't be a know-it-all. I do not want long sleeves, therefore I will not give myself long sleeves. Instead, I will give myself a bracelet. Thank you for the hand stretches. I will stretch my hands. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Nyako. I hope you have a good day ahead of you. At Nocti. Oh, thank you for the care package, Jungi. I will hydrate, stretch, and posture check. You're almost done in with your spaghetti. Is it like red sauce, like spaghetti and meatballs, regular spaghetti, or because spaghetti is like the noodles, right? I think. How you like this one? Yeah, it's Uruka from Face Connect. Um, it's really catchy. What I ate today? Today I had milkfish, like fried milkfish. It's really good. I think milkfish is the English term for it because the Filipino term for it is bangus. It's spelled Bangus. Yeah, bangus. I think the English term is milkfish. I really like that fish because it's flavorful. Even if you just like fry it, like deep fry it in oil until it gets brown, really good. And then you just put like a little bit of salt on it. Really yummy. I also had some squash today. I feel like a lot of people talk about squash a lot. I really like that. Like, I really like that gourd. It's really yummy. In my in my lexicon or like in my lexicon of like vegetables, I think squash is really high up. I really like squash. Yeah, it's nice, right? Like you don't even need to do much to squash to make it flavorful. Like you can just roast that thing, you can just boil it, put a little bit of seasoning on it, and it's really good on its own. I feel like not a lot of people appreciate it. Personally, I like it with like there's a Filipino dish that we call gata, Gata, or like ginat, something like that. And I don't know how to explain it in English, but it's basically you add squash, coconut milk, and it's like a stew, basically. I think, yeah, I think it's like a stew, and it's really good. You usually like add either pork or shrimp to it for extra meat, extra protein. That's one of my favorite ways to eat squash. pan is too small. Why? What? What do you mean the pan is too small? Wait. Wait. Did you overfill your pan? Oh no. After making sauce, dump the noodles. Not no, Mugi. This is why. This is why you should always make sure that there's extra room in your pan and don't go just kind of like, yeah, this is good enough. Mugi. Measuring stuff, we don't do that here. Funny thing, I got bigger. What? It's not about measuring stuff. It's just giving yourself a little bit of allowance when you cook. You know? That's not a bad thing. It's not, you don't even have to measure all that big. You just kind of go like, yeah, this pan is big enough for my sauce, but like I'm gonna put pasta in it, so I might as well get a bigger pan. Mugi. I always struggle with pasta. It's always more than I expect. Yeah, because the noodles, they expand after you boil them, you know? Because they absorb the water and it rehydrates. So they end up being more than what you expect. I trust my tossing skills. I pray that none of the pasta falls. That's the thing I pray for you, Mugi. None of your pasta falls. Yeah. I think this is a good place to stop. I got the basis down. It's just a matter of accessorizing. But at the very least, the original one is the original the everything base wise is done. It's just a matter of accessorizing now. It's a matter of adding detail. I think it's a good place to stop. It's almost 3 hours too, so it's time for Nocti to end stream. Mm-mm. I did say that I wasn't sure how long I'll be streaming today. I just wanted to do this like as a welcome back Nocti. Oh, we forgot the bat. Wait, we forgot the bat wings at the back. Let's draw that real quick. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I got to see you back. Yeah, I'm also really happy to be back. Yeah. And Nocti, sorry for being. It's okay, Miyuki. I'm happy you could catch the stream. You could catch even a little bit. Mm-mm. That's an important thing. Yeah. Okay, it's a good stopping point. Mm-mm. Okay, let's look for somebody to wade. Who is swimming? Let's go here. Ooh. Okay. Let's see who's streaming today, everybody. Oh, Tone. Yes, Maru. Why are you crying? I forgot about the stream. Was busy hanging out and catching up with the rest of the No. Don't be sorry. You know, I am not holding you hostage. You are under no obligation. Just know that once you what you call this? Once you follow me, your soul is now mine. Therefore, you will always be with me in spirit. Okay. Okay. Let's raid my beautiful VTuber sister, Lita Nesan. I think they're having like a review of their debut. They recently had a chibi debut, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna go to Lita Nesan. We're gonna go say hi. It's new chibi model. Yes, they're gonna debut their new chibi model. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go say hi. And thank you guys for coming to chill with me today. I'm really happy to be back streaming. I'll see you guys all on Friday. We're gonna play the maid game on Friday. Medo. Mm. There's been updates with the thing. So I kind of more maids. I'm happy to see you guys too. It's been a while. It's been so long. I miss streaming. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for keeping me company, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming to today's stream. If it's the morning for you, Nocti, I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. If it's the evening for you, Nocti night, I hope you sleep well. May you have the sweetest of dreams. Thank you. May you guys always take care, stay safe, and bye bye. Bye bye, chat. Bye bye, chat. I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye. Also, wish my VTuber sister a happy chibi debut. Bye bye, 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 bye.